Hey guys, this is Jonathon Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and I got Jeremy with me today, man. How you doing, boss?
I'm all right, man. How you doing, bro?
Doing good. I'm doing good, man. So I wanted to get Jeremy on here because I wanted him to talk about just his business experience, and just how he got in the pressure washing game. But also I wanted to talk about how it's been working with us in Pressure Washing Marketing Pros and how we've assisted him in growing his business. And like I said, man, you're a real disciplined guy. You've been in the
I
game
try to
for
be.
how long?
Oh, 7 years.
So
I want
seven
to say 7. Yeah.
years, 7
I
years
just got serious. I just got serious this year, or
this
like the year. Yeah, this year.
year.
So I kind of did it on the side, man.
You had to
Yeah.
get serious, man.
Yeah.
This after after all the calls and all of that, you kind of
Yeah.
just have to get serious, which we'll talk about in a minute. And so, kind of tell us how you got in the pressure washing game. As you just said, a lot of guys might be able to relate to where
Mhm.
just got serious, or they're kind of doing it in part time and they have other things that
Yeah.
they're doing as well. Kind of just tell us about your journey, man, of the past 7 years and how you've gotten to where you got right now.
Well, I was a truck driver. I was a safety coordinator for Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 5 years. And I went to the oil field and I did frac sand. And we made good money. And I had a buddy I got on, and he always would, man, we got to start business. Let's start a business, JB. Let's start a business. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. And
Yeah.
he taught me into starting a detailing business with him.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and then we bought a machine, and we went out one weekend, and I was just like, man, we only made $200 today, and my shoulders hurt, like I can't do this. So I told him, I was like, man, this is not worth the money, man. And I looked up some YouTube videos and I saw people washing houses. I was like, man, people wash they. I didn't know people even wash their houses. So I looked into that and I told my buddy about it. And he was like, man, JB, nobody gonna pay us for washing houses, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up doing my own thing. I saved up, bought me a power washer, a trailer, and then I talked my neighbor into being my first customer. And he owned a lawn business, and I did that, and there it went, man. I got on Home Advisor. I was losing money on there, and just it was crazy, man.
Yeah. What was the hardest thing, man, when you first started? So like this was back in 2017, right? What was the hardest thing when you first, because you said about 7 years ago, right? So
Yeah,
2017 time frame. Uh
yeah,
I didn't even know about pressure washing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know about pressure
yeah,
washing in 2017. I just
yeah.
learned about it like beginning of 2018. I just learned about pressure washing.
Let's go. Okay.
Man, let's
So we
go.
started. We started about the same time.
Yeah, man, we did, we
Yeah,
did, we did.
yeah.
And so what was the most challenging thing for you, man, when it came to like getting leads and just growing your business in general, in
Just
2007?
getting like getting information, man. Like I couldn't get information from like local guys. Um, you would find stuff on YouTube and it would be like real vague. They wouldn't give you like
Hmm.
all the answers to
Hmm.
how to clean something, man. And I really just learned teaching myself, trial and error, man. And then I eventually started finding guys like Cliff and Rob Anderson. Like I would watch those guys' videos and yeah. And then when I found you, man, I was just like, man, I think you would when I found you. What was it? On Spotify, right?
Yeah, Spotify.
The podcast, man. When I found that, I would listen to it. I probably listen to every episode maybe 10 times, bro. And I was just like, man, I just felt like you was speaking to me. Man. I was like, man, this dude, like, he dropping some like real stuff. Like, and I would take everything I would learn from your videos and I would do it. Like,
Hmm.
and then you at the end of your videos, you would always hear like, if we think we're a good fit to
Hmm.
apply, you had the email and stuff. And I would always hear it and I was like, man, this dude would probably never like work with me. Like, and then one day I was just like, I ain't doing nothing. I was on lunch break and I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and fill it out. And I filled it out. And then I think like the next week, maybe, or a couple days later, you called me and I was like, where's this number from? And then I answered. I couldn't answer the phone in that work truck because of the camera. And
Yeah,
some told me like, man, answer this phone, like answer the call. So I answered it, but I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to trigger the camera. And
yeah,
then I heard Jonathan, I heard you say hello. I was like, oh crap, that's Jonathan. Like, so I hung up and I instantly pulled over, man.
yeah.
And
I remember that. I remember that, man. So, uh, A lot of people, like I said, I'm gonna admit it, especially as we're growing, not a lot of people qualify to work with us. But I
Yeah,
know for you, it like I look at key factors, right? Like you had been in business. I saw that you had been in business for a while, even if you're doing it part-time, right? Or
yeah,
if you're doing any of that, just the fact that you're still in the game, it just shows that you don't quit. You know,
hmm
also you had like 50 plus review, like you had about like 48, 50 kind of reviews on your Google business profile. So I saw that. Tyler, Texas, which where you're based out of in that sense, which I'm not taking for nobody else in that area. You know what I mean? I just got Jeremy. I don't
let's
know.
go.
I can't have two fish in that pond out there,
Let's go.
but uh, but when it came to that, man, I was just like, definitely I think that it was a good fit in that sentence. So yeah, that's why I called you. And a lot of guys will get mad sometimes that we don't call them back sometimes. We might email them and they may not get it, but definitely we want to align ourselves with the right people because we want to make sure that we can help people. And so
Yeah.
just kind of describe what you needed and what you wanted from us at Pressure Washing Marketing Pros.
I just wanted to get like a better I mean just listening to your videos, I started to understand like how important like my online presence was. And then I was like, man, I gotta spend the money. Like I
Mhm.
spent the money on the young guy and I got what I got for what
Yeah.
I paid. And I think when I started looking at your websites, I was just man,
Hmm.
like I'll do anything like for this, like to have a website that runs smooth like this, uniform. And that's when I was like, man, I gotta do something, man. Like,
Hmm.
so
So
yeah.
you talked about that. How did that first initial conversation go with us, man? Because I know that you talked to me. You're like, dude, I want to run Google Ads. Remember?
Yeah, you told me that and I never knew that. Oh, and I dude, I've wasted thousands of dollars, man.
Hmm.
Companies taking my money, doing ads. I wouldn't really get calls. I mean, I would get, calls here and there, but I was getting like spam calls. And it was crazy, man. House Call Pro. I tried it all, man. I was trying to run my own Facebook ads. I didn't know what I was doing, man. Then I had friends that would get like the online certificates and then they would try to do it for me and it just never worked.
Yeah, man.
And I
'Cause
was like, oh, this is all a scam. I was like, online, you can't make money online. Like,
yeah,
yeah, so
understandable. Because I know that when we talked, I told you, I said
yeah,
Google Ads aren't going to work in your area. Like those Google Ads just aren't going to work in that area because for Google
mhm,
Ads, you need to have a population of at least like 450 to 500,000 people that you're going to be targeting at the very least. And your
yeah,
area probably like what, like 250,000. And
yeah,
so from there, you were just not going to get enough demand. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For the ads to really work properly. And so I remember mentioning that to you, and I told you get on the local service ads, right? And I know
yeah,
the
you
local
did.
service ads you pay per lead,
Mhm.
and I know that worked out for you well, correct?
Yeah, that worked out real good, man.
Yeah, so that
That
worked.
instantly worked.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
better and they're better than the Google ads in certain areas. Not all,
yeah,
like majority of areas. If there's like a high population, Google ads always works better than local service ads. But
yeah.
local service ads really, ignite that stuff. So you came to us for a website and SEO, man, and just kind of tell the people about the process of like how it was working with us for the website SEO stuff, and then we'll talk about the results.
I mean, everything was pretty smooth. I mean, I remember y'all sent me the email to, drop the certain pictures.
Hmm.
Everything was labeled. It was pretty easy.
Hmm.
Y'all made it all smooth. The team you got, man, they all stay in touch. Customer service is A1. Like, it's been a good experience, man. Like, you always checking in on me, making sure I'm all right.
Hmm.
Thank you for the package. I know I already told you that, but
Yeah,
he sent
man.
me a package for my birthday.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's been a good experience, man. I'm glad it was the best thing I think I did was sign up with y'all.
Hey man, I'm glad. So just what are the results been like? I know, man. I know that we
Oh
got
man.
there prominently, man, but just tell the
Oh
people what kind
man.
of calls you've been getting and all of that.
Man, just the right people. Like you put me in front of the right people. Like I'm not gonna say the name of the business, but there's a real estate company here. They brought me in. They let me be a vendor,
Mm-hmm.
and she's making it mandatory that her real estate agents include power washing in their sale process. So that's a blessing, man. Like she sent me, I don't know how many jobs. She keeps me busy. And then
Mm-hmm.
I had another lady I got from. from y'all's SEO, and
Hmm.
I got my first contract through
Hmm.
them, and
Commercial
I
income,
make
right?
enough doing that. I make enough. I'm not gonna say how much I make, but I make enough every month doing that to, I'm good. Like I could just do that and be all right.
We don't
But
want you to do that, man, because as soon
no, no,
as
no.
but
But
I
I'm
know
just
what you mean,
saying,
though. I know what
yeah,
you mean,
yeah,
though. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what a lot of clients will come to us and they'll ask, they'll say, like, how do I get more commercial jobs? And you know what's funny, man? You may not get as many calls as like some of our other clients in residential areas, but dude, I
Hmm.
promise you, like the 4 or 5 calls that you may get in like a 3 to 4 day span, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
or like out of like the maybe 20, 30 leads you may get a month from us in that sense. I'm like, dude, like 5 or 10 of those are just gonna be like commercial jobs. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Man, I've
just
been getting parking garages.
yeah.
It's crazy. I never used to get that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so I
yeah.
tell people, I said there's 2 ways on how to on how you can get, commercial jobs. Either one, you build the relationships and you get to sweat equity, like to where you're
Hmm.
in relationships, you're putting your boots on the ground, you're really like sending postcards, just really hitting the ground running, building those relationships. And the second way is the easiest way. Well, not the easiest, you just have to partner up with the right person, but it's going to be at the right place at the right time. Because if somebody needs a parking garage clean, what are they going to do? If they don't have any connects about people that do that, they're going to just search
Hmm.
what on Google and say parking garage cleaning, services or business. And if you show up right there, man, bam. And so I know that we've had pages like that on the website. And yeah, man, you've been very easy to work with and you always listen to our recommendations. So we really appreciate that too.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, man. What would you tell people if they're looking? Because I know that you've been through some digital marketing. I know you've been through digital marketing kind of companies before, but what would you tell people is like the number one thing that they should look for when they're looking for a digital marketing company to partner with?
I mean, the industry.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's it. Like the power washing industry. A lot of these guys that do SEO, I mean, they go, they'll do SEO for a power washing company, a moving company, uh, working with real estate agents. You know what I'm saying? A restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all specialize in what I do, so you understand everything I understand, and I think that is probably like the biggest thing, man, for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's what put y'all in front of everybody, man. Like in my eyes, anyway. So
Mm-hmm. I
yeah,
appreciate it, man. I really do. I really
yeah,
do. Because like I said, the longer we're in the game, the more we're just gonna know about certain things. And so
yeah,
I talk to my friends that are in marketing that are in other industries, and of course, you can always apply the knowledge that we have here to to other
yeah,
niches as well. But
yeah,
at the same time, it's like once you just dive in deep into a niche, like you just nobody that, and that's why I tell my team or that's why I tell other people. They might say like Jonathan. You work with pressure washing, those guys sometimes don't have the most money. But I say, look, man, if we continue to keep providing value to these guys, like nobody's gonna be able to over a long enough time frame, because I'm in this for the long haul, right? So over a long enough time frame, at that point, I just look at it that like nobody's gonna have the wealth of knowledge that we're gonna have or the situations, right? We're not perfect, but we
yeah.
try to just go ahead and try our best when it comes to our clients and do everything that we can. So yeah, man, it's just been a pleasure working with you. Like, do you have anything else for anybody? Like any last remarks, man, about
No, I just appreciate you having me on here.
yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate having you on here too, man, just talking about your experience. And I can't wait because like we started working. So right now, at the time of this video, it's November 2024. We started working probably what, like about six
The
months
end
ago,
of
like
spring. It was the end of spring,
it was
and I
like,
was like, man. Me and my wife talked about that. I was just like, man, imagine if we went into the season already primed up
yeah.
with Jonathan. Like, I can't even imagine what it's gonna be like in the spring, man.
Yeah,
I can't
man.
even
So
imagine.
so we got the winter. We know those contracts that you got in the winter time will kind of carry you over in that sense that you got from the commercial stuff. And then I know that once February, March, April timeframe hits, man, I can't wait to see what ends up happening with their website. You know what I mean? In terms of the amount of leads and things that'll bring us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't wait to see it, man. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
wait either. But I really appreciate your time, man. And like I said, as you guys know at the end of the videos, as he stated, if you need help with your marketing and you guys want similar results as well and that same impact for your business, you guys can click the description in the YouTube video, or if you're watching it on the podcast, you guys can click there in the description as well. But like I said, man, it's really clients like you that make the backbone of our business. Jeremy, and we love kind of serving you guys and making sure that you guys really are growing, and we're a partner for you all. It's not one of those things like a vendor or anything like that. We truly try to make the experience to where we're partnered up with you, and whatever it may be, we're a phone call away, as you know.
Yep, y'all results speak for themselves. So
All
that's
right.
that.
Well, I appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jeremy, for joining, and we'll definitely see you all in the next video.
All right.